So in an earlier video, at the very end of that video, it's this video here, I asked if anyone wanted to send me their poster for their film and get me to critique it. Now, when I say critique it, I'm not going to tell you whether it's good or bad. I'm just going to apply what I said in that video to it about sales and distribution and about people watching the film because of this artwork. I've had 2 filmmakers send me their artwork, and what I'm going to do now is show you the artwork, talk about it, try and apply that sales and distribution logic to it and see what we come up with. I'll put links below to both of these filmmakers' films. I'm really appreciative of them sending the posters to me, so please do check out their films, and we'll kick off with the first one. So the first film comes from Shawn Goolsby, and his film's called The Test. Now at this point I haven't looked at the synopsis because I didn't think that would be helpful, because ideally you want to look at this poster and immediately know what this film is. Now I'm looking at this poster, I have to say immediately I like it. I like the stark black and white of it. I like the fact he's got this playing card set up, and it's definitely seems to be about justice, revenge. There's a bit of a blood splat on it. So from a purely aesthetic point of view, I think it's a really nice poster, but does it tell me much about the plot? So like I said, not read the synopsis, but I'm guessing this is something to do with revenge, something to do with justice for somebody, and it's going to have a murder. I'm assuming it's a thriller. So let's have a look at the synopsis. The synopsis says, caught between a pro bono murder investigation and a long-awaited law school reunion, Mike Leonard reunites with his former classmates for one weekend of fun, but when long-held secrets emerge, the celebration fractures into something far more unsettling. The Test is a neo-noir legal thriller about a professor, students, a test and a murder. Okay, so I guess it's got all of the elements that I had in mind for it, and having now googled it a bit, I've seen some alternative artwork that Shawn's got for the film. And also the other thing that's interesting about this film is that he's got an Indiegogo campaign. Again, I'll stick a link in the description below, which makes me think that this poster I'm looking at, the black and white one, is probably better suited to a funding campaign, because it looks like a high quality artwork piece that fans of movies are going to like. Stick that on Tubi. This is where I'm having a dilemma, because I think I probably would click on that on Tubi, but I don't know whether I'm the target audience for this film. I wonder if his alternative artwork, which I'll put up now, might perform better on Tubi, because it tells you a little bit more about the type of film you're going to watch. I'm definitely going to get Shawn on to talk about his movie, and I definitely want to know how it does after the film's gone out, gone live, been released, and which artwork he does choose to use. I think what it's got going for it definitely is it's got a simple title, 2 words, The Test. It's got nice clear artwork where you can see exactly what the image is, and I do think that the black and white probably will make this pop when you see it alongside other posters. So next up is a filmmaker called Bruce Fontaines, who sent me his poster for Beyond Redemption. Now, I'm looking at this picture. To me, this is high impact. It's definitely involves some sort of martial art. Beyond Redemption, probably some sort of revenge martial arts action film. You've got an explosion, you've got a guy with guns jumping up into the air. So I think this is a super clear poster, unless I'm going to Google it in a minute and it's going to be a romantic comedy, which I doubt. I think this is a super clear piece of artwork. I think if you were to shrink this down, you'd still be able to see the explosion, you'd still be able to see the guy jumping in the air, and you'd still be able to see the title. What's nice about this is the title stands out right across the middle of that poster, so there's no confusing what it says, Beyond Redemption, and that gives you that immediate thought of thriller, action, revenge, plus the explosion. So now I'll Google the synopsis for the film. So the synopsis says, Billy, an undercover cop, has to maintain his identity and rescue the daughter of a notorious triad boss. However, when his ex-wife gets pregnant, it becomes difficult for him to choose whom to help. So that's pretty much what I'm expecting from that poster. looks like action, looks like it's going to be fun, looks like it's going to be a bit edgy, and I'm going to get an explosion. So I'd say that poster does a really good job and would probably stick out quite nicely amongst other action films on streaming platforms. It's nice and clear, it's crisp, it's got an easy to remember title. So I'd say that's doing a really good job. So Bruce did send me another poster, which I'll chuck up on screen now. Now this poster, normally I would advise against doing a poster like this because it's the age-old lots of heads, which when you shrink down, you won't be able to see who all of those faces are. That's what I would normally say, especially on a micro or low budget film. However, this film kind of gets away with it for a couple of reasons. First and foremost is the title. You're not going to forget that title quickly. So the title takes up maybe a third of the poster and you can immediately see that's a memorable poster. Secondly, he's got names in it. So automatically those names are probably going to get slightly higher weighted by the algorithm. I'm not sure if you could recognise those faces when they're small, but I'm sure as soon as you click on it, you'll see those people are in the film. You may even be searching for those people because you know that they appear in this type of movie. Lastly, you've got the guns, which are kind of just poking out the edge of the poster, which means they're high contrast and you're going to see them when the poster is shrunk down small. It's definitely giving me action vibes and I think it's very obvious what it is. So I'd say normally, if you're doing a micro budget or low budget film, I'd avoid having this type of poster. But in this instance, he's gone for the names. He's got a couple of names in it. We've got a bit of recognition and he's got an awesome title. Love the title. So the title is really going to help sell that film. And we kind of know from this poster it's going to be action, revenge type thriller. So this one breaks the rules, but I still think it works. I definitely think it's worth also getting Bruce on. I want to talk to him about his movies. I want to ask him how he got those actors and where he gets his artwork done. So look out for a chat with Bruce. Thanks to both the filmmakers for sending me their posters and letting me talk about them. If you've got a poster you want me to talk about on the channel, please do send it through. I promise I won't peek at the synopsis. I'll take a look at the poster, I'll talk about it, give you my honest thoughts, and I'll also share links to your project. So definitely send me your posters. Do check out the video I made on how to sell a film because that's got a piece about artwork in it that kind of relates to this. And I'll see you on the next one.